give everybody just an idea of how rough it was at this last year and a half, right? So this is gonna be a longer video. So, but what I'm gonna do is, since I finally got my last check from Warren Transport. They just sent me my last check yesterday. So, they took care of business. They didn't take my maintenance fund. They didn't, try and screw me over in the worst way in that way, right? Like I said, at Warren, everything was great, bro. Like, besides the money, the people treated you well, handle business, if you do decide to go to Warren Transport, I would just say, ask for Ty as a dispatch, ask for Oscar as a dispatch, ask for Mike as a dispatch, ask for Bill as a dispatch. You know what I mean? From those guys that I spoke with consistently, you're never gonna have any, at least, major issues as far as like not getting along with them. They're not taking care of business or things like that. But things just got really slow, really rough, and I know that because they just kept, they kept sending messages like, we know the market's really rough right now, and all that good stuff, right? So it was understood, but I never, for the year of 2000, for this year, we are in 2024, I made no more than $3,000 a month in a month with Warren Transport. And that came from last year. We made, we took home over 100,000. So, and then, but that was also living on the road. You know what I mean? But like, if we could go back to January, we got 4 checks in January. The first check we got in January was $2,000. The next one we got was $33. The next one we got was $1,800. So that's like what, 2, 4. Okay, so we have $4,300 for the month of January, and I believe that's where we ended for the month of January. Okay, no, actually we ended January with $6,300 for the month of January. And then it just got worse from there. It got worse and worse. It just got no better. My first check in February is $0. My second check in February was $500. My third check of February was $2,000, so that's $2,500 for the month of February. And then I believe that was all we made in the month of February. Okay, was that it? 228. Okay. 48, 700. Okay, yeah, so we made about $4 or $5,000 in February. And then I know from that point. Okay, so now we go March. We made first check $900. Second check $700. Third check $17. Fourth check of March was $2,000. So we made about $3,000 in March. And remember, this is living on the road. I think we took some home time in July or June of this year. And then it stayed back the whole year. So April we made okay, there's $900 check. Okay. So April we made let's see, I'm just calculating everything. think we made like $900 in April. It was horrible. I think that was a month I actually went to Vegas too, though. So, okay, so let's go to May because we made $900 for the whole month of April. Okay, first week of May, $0. Second week of May, $0, which means I was just running enough to pay the truck payment. Third week of May, we made $700. So far, 3 weeks of May, $700. And we made another $700. So we made $1,400 in May. Let's go to June. Alright, so first week of June we got $700. Second week of June we got $800, so that's $1,500. And then the third week we got $1,300, so that's $3,000. Now let's see how we did on the last week of June. We did $0, so we made $3,000 in June as well. Okay, let's just go for the last one because I know the rest of them I didn't make over $3,000. I've already looked at it. So the first week of July we made $1,200. The second week of July we made $1,800. So that's what, $3,200. And then the last week of July we made $700. So we made like $4,000 in July. August. Yeah, these were my last few months with Warren. So we didn't get a check the first week of August. So we go to the second week of August. We got $90. Okay. Third week of August we got $1,200. So that's $1,300 for the month of August we made. Damn, that's so bad, bro. $1,000 first week of September, second week of September, $0. We're $1,000. Third week of September, this is when we were leaving. For obvious reasons. That's $2,000. Month of September, the last week of September we made. Alright, so we made $2,000 in September. And October is when I left. So all year long we never made over $3,000 at Warren Transport this year. But last year we took home $100,000. So it was a rough year in 2024 for Warren Transport. But you know what I mean? I haven't talked to you guys in a while. I haven't let you know what's going on with the company I'm at now. But I'm on the verge of buying my second truck. I'm about to buy another truck. When am I buying it? In probably like a week or two, I'm gonna buy another truck. Another just like, a cheap truck just to run and make some more money, man. So we are right now, we just been on the road, man. I haven't even taken home time since I started this job. We are, what are we gonna make this week? Like $5,000 this week? Yeah, we're gonna have a 5,000 revenue week this week. Like I said, I'm about to buy another truck, you know what I mean, to run with no truck payments. I do have truck payments on this one, but I'm gonna buy another one in about a week or so. So that should be good. But like I say, man, when I was telling y'all it was rough this year, like, man, it was rough, bro. It was real rough, you know what I mean? But the trucking industry just in itself was rough, but we pushing through it, man, making the most out of the situation. Not much more we could do. And besides that, yeah, man, everything's going good, man. Just wrapping all this stuff up and about to make some more moves, man. Paid off all my debt. I got no debt. I got nothing on my credit history, so we're also building up credit too, so we can start using credit and that's, hopefully, we can make that work out, which I'm sure we can. But yeah, so that's what we are right now, man. So we running, man. About to go ahead and finish up this load. It's the last load for the week, and get some rest tonight. And shit, the week starts again tomorrow morning. So back rolling, man. All right, y'all, take it easy, man. Y'all keep y'all head up. You know what I mean? Is there anything else I can say about Warren before I do cut this off? Like I said, everything was good at Warren. Besides two things. Well, the safety guideline and the pay the last year. Besides that, it was, but you can't, I know he lied, but it is what it is, you know what I mean? It was good while it lasted, not for the last year, but man, we had definitely a great first year at Warren. The second year, just the market was just horrible. It got worse than ever. And like I said, I had an incident to where I was driving in traffic, and I stopped at a stoplight, and long story short, the guy, how the truck usually rolls back like an inch before it takes off, right? So the guy pulls up on me, and I guess now driving a semi trailer with a semi trailer and a small 2008 Mazda little CRX or something like that, if you back into it, even going 5 miles per hour, right, it's going to tear up the whole, that car's going to be smashed in, right? It's going to be smashed in easily. So this guy gets off the phone, calls the cops, says I hit him, right? So I tell him to follow him. Before I can even react to see what's going on, he's on the phone with the cops. So then we pull over. I have him follow me. We pull over. We take pictures of his bumper. Matter of fact, I still got the pictures of his car. And there's no damage on it. And so I'm telling him, obviously you were too close behind me because there's nothing I could do about that. He says that I backed into him, and I told him, well, if I backed into you, why would you not just let me know before you called the cops immediately, right? Because you were trying to scam me. So then I told, I basically politely told him, fuck you, you know what I mean? And that wasn't professional. Sorry, let me redo this. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so I basically told him you're lying, and then he called the cops gets there, and the cops like, well, I don't know what y'all want me to do about this. I'm like, well, there's no damage to his bumper. If I hit him, look at his bumper, right? And so he was just like, well, you guys are gonna have to have the insurance do it, right? So his insurance department saw it, and they decided not to pursue it, right? Next thing I know, being that the safety department telling me they're not gonna pursue it, so I'm not gonna put it on your background. Once I leave there, I'm like, hey, Ben, they said they were gonna put it on my background. All right, I'm sorry, I just want to call you and make sure that it's not on my background. He said, I'll put it on there. I said, well, you told me you weren't going to put it on there. He said, well, I never told you that. And I told him, I was like, well, that's exactly what you told me. And you told me that I could record the conversation if I wanted to, but you weren't going to give it to me in writing. And he said, I never said that. And I said, okay. So he 100% lied. That's the only issue I had with Warren Transport. But anyway, yeah, so this is the guy's bumper that he says I backed into. That's a picture I took of the bumper that he said I backed into, right? No damage. Now, if I back into the bumper, what is it going to do? It's going to destroy the whole front end of the car, right? There's no damage on his bumper. So They chose not to pursue it anyway. But Ben still put it on my safety report because he said that he never said that, right? But then I also spoke with the top guy, and he told me, hey man, he wasn't the one who put it on there, but we had to put it on your DAC report because the cops were called. So that's why I was saying it was a setup from the beginning. That's why I was saying that. But I get it. You know what I mean? But anyway, we moving on. We in a way better position now. So you just gotta watch out for these type of people because they're everywhere, and you know what I mean. And you know they try to get over on you any way that they can. You know what I mean. And it's unfortunate you can't have your company support you, especially when we all know what's going on. You know what I mean. But anyway, yeah. So you know, keep moving forward, man, and that's what's going on with your boy James, man. So y'all take it easy, man. Have a good day, and I'll talk to you guys soon.